Hello, my name is Jocelyn and I'm part of the VOTO Mobile team. I'm really excited to share with you some of our platform features. Over 120 organizations, including the World Bank, UNICEF, and Innovations for Poverty Action, are using VOTO to better connect with the people they are serving, regardless of country, language, literacy ability, or mobile phone type. We see lots of different use cases: education and behavior change, monitoring and evaluation, market research, and these all are cutting across various sectors including health, microfinance, agriculture, governments, and products serving the base of the pyramid customers. In this video, I am going to demonstrate how to send a call using one of our most flexible types of content, trees. We will need at least one subscriber to send the content to. Let me add Jane. This checked box next to voice means that Jane will be able to receive voice content. I'm also going to check SMS so that she's set to receive SMS content as well. Perfect. Groups is a great way to manage subscribers. So I'm going to create a group that I can put Jane in. This will be the group that I send my content to. And Jane is a part of that group. Now I'm ready to create the content. I'm going to edit a tree that has already been started. I already have a couple of message blocks containing the introduction and conclusion, and also question blocks asking if they use their phone for WhatsApp messaging and for SMS messaging. I can add content to the tree and change an individual subscriber's path through the tree by adding different types of blocks. First, I want to add another question. Let's ask the subscribers if they prefer WhatsApp or SMS. Choice 1 for WhatsApp and choice 2 will be SMS. I need to include audio content for this question, and an easy way to do that is to use call to record. Call to record is great because it allows anyone to record the audio content for a block from their mobile phone. I will call myself to record.
Record your message after the beep. You can hang up after recording or press any key to finish and listen to your recording.
Do you prefer using WhatsApp or SMS messaging? Press 1 for WhatsApp, press 2 for SMS. Once the audio shows up here, we can play it to see if it sounds as we like.
Do you prefer using WhatsApp or SMS messaging? Press 1 for WhatsApp, press 2 for SMS.
Great, my question is ready, but I only want subscribers to get this question if they've answered yes to both of the previous questions. There are a couple of more advanced blocks I can use to ensure this is the case. I will start by adding an advanced Edit Group Property block. This block will go after my first question and be set to Add to Group WhatsApp. This means that any subscriber whose tree path goes through this block will be added to the group WhatsApp. So, subscribers who answered yes to this first question, do you use your phone for WhatsApp messaging, should go through the Edit Group Property block. Subscribers who answered no should move directly on to the next question. Of course, I want the subscribers who said they do use their phone for WhatsApp messaging still to ultimately get the second question. So after that group property of theirs has been edited, they will receive the second question. Now, following this second question, I will use two types of branching blocks to decide if subscribers should go directly to the conclusion or to my third question. First, branch via group. I'm going to use this block to check if subscribers are in the WhatsApp group. All subscribers should pass through this next block. The subscribers who are not in the WhatsApp group will follow the path attached to false, which should go directly to the conclusion. If a subscriber does not use their phone for WhatsApp messaging, I don't want to ask them which of the two, WhatsApp or SMS, they prefer. If they are in the WhatsApp group, I want to do one more check to see if they answered yes to whether or not they use their phone for SMS messaging. Another branching block, the decision branch, will be used for this. The decision branch block is based on a subscriber's answer to a preceding question. In this case, I want to base it on their answer to the question of whether or not they use SMS messaging. If they answered yes to that question, they should follow the path coming out of true. So, those who are in the WhatsApp group, which means they answered yes to using their phone for WhatsApp messaging, need to come here to check if they use it for SMS. If they answered yes to whether or not they use their phone for SMS messaging, then I would like to ask them which they prefer. If they answered no, then again, I don't need to ask them because they've only said they even use one, and I'm going to go straight to my conclusion. Great, I'm ready to test my tree. Let's review it quickly, then send a test call. Subscribers should get an introduction and be asked if they use their phone for WhatsApp messaging. If they say yes, they'll be put in a group called WhatsApp. And then move on to question 2 of whether or not they use it for SMS. If they've said no, they'll go directly to question 2. Do you use your phone for SMS messaging? Whether a subscriber answers yes or no to this question, they will come to this branch via group block. Subscribers who are part of the WhatsApp group will move down to be checked if they also said yes for SMS. Those who are not part of the WhatsApp group will simply go to the conclusion. Those who are being checked if they answered yes to SMS, if that is in fact true, they will get the final question. If it is false, they will go to the conclusion. In reviewing my tree, I've noticed that I need to still attach this final question to the conclusion. Whether they prefer SMS or WhatsApp, I want them to receive the conclusion following that question. Great, now I'm ready to test my tree. I'm going to send the test call to myself. We'll be able to see the blocks light up as I get the content of each different block throughout the call. Since everything went well, I'm ready to send the call to Jane. Send Now takes me to a new outgoing calls page. I will set my call up to send to the group that I put Jane in earlier. I want it to go now, and the content should be the tree we were just working on. Here's my final confirmation, and everything looks right, so I will send. Clicking Send takes us to the outgoing calls page where we can see our call in progress. I know that Jane has made it through the tree because the call that was just active has jumped down to complete. Note that by setting up an outgoing call, we were initiating sharing of the content with Jane. We could have also used the incoming calls app that would allow Jane to call in and access our content at her leisure. Now, I'm curious how Jane responded to our survey. So the last thing I will do is check the results. I go back to Trees and click on the tree that we sent. Then I can click this gear in the corner and export results to CSV. This Excel spreadsheet shows us the results of our call. We can see our subscriber's name and phone number. We see that she completed the call, the date and time that she started, and the entire duration that it took her to complete the call. Column J shows us the introduction message that she received. And column K, M, and Q might be of most interest to us. These are her answers to the questions. She answered yes to using WhatsApp, yes to using SMS, and told us that she preferred SMS. With a little Excel know-how, this summary allows you to dig deep into the data. That completes this demonstration. Visit votomobile.org to create an account and feel free to contact me at jocelyn@votomobile.org or our support team at support@votomobile.org for any questions you might have. Cheers!